Hello, Ketchup Man here. This is going to be the first video in a new series that's not just about ketchup and food reviews. This series will also be on the same YouTube channel, and it's called I Am the VHS Man. One of the things I do on the side when I'm not doing food reviews and putting ketchup on everything, I'm also a reseller on eBay, and so one of the things I specialize in is selling those old VHS tapes. So you go to a yard sale, you see a box of them, you can usually haggle them for $5 to $10 for the whole box, right? It's not something that's in high demand, but it's a niche market. It's a niche market. So I sold some today. Let's take a look at what sold. Let's see. Go. Looks like we got some Pauly Shore. We got Son-in-Law, Encino Man, and Biodome. So these sold to somebody. I didn't catch the name actually before I started the video. But yeah, and shipping them's not that big of a deal. This is a standard 8x6x4 box. But yeah, so it's not much. They sold for $5 for the three of them plus shipping. And it's just not a big deal. I'm not getting rich off of doing that. But I sell a variety of things. You can see I'm in my eBay cave. So, but I like it. It's kind of like it's just like like antique stores. Why are people into that? It's keeping a part of my personal history alive, and as a culture, our history alive. The whole retro thing is relatively popular now. Stranger Things on Netflix really plays into that 80s retro, kind of vintage feel. So, and the VHS tape is very much that. Let's see, I need some wrap. It's all up there. I think I could probably go without wrapping it. No, I better not. Alright. So, one thing about having a small eBay cave is you gotta keep a lot of your supplies up in the ceiling. Well, that's not bad. This is, I don't know if you can tell, but probably guess, this is like the back end of the garage. So, the cars and through that doorway there. So this is like about an 8-foot wide, basically 8 feet of the back wall of the garage I got walled off and to use. And that's so like when the car's pulling in and out, it's not spraying road dust and dirt everywhere and getting all my product filthy. So yeah, not bad. Sell a decent amount of VHS. So I've done about $250 worth of VHS sales in a month. This month, that is a fraction of what I do, with just normal things on eBay. But yeah, vintage electronics is definitely my niche. I actually don't know if you can see it very well. I'll just kind of take the camera around. I actually have a whole bunch of like stereo systems and boom boxes, big and small. Up here, some VCRs. These are actually not tested, or they've got a few things wrong with them that I'm in the process of fixing. And it's actually always the same problem. So in a cassette player, anyways, boom box, it's always the same problem. There's a little rubber band belt in there that just like you got a belt in your car that runs in there, and it makes everything move and the tape run through, and that thing just breaks down over time, melts, disintegrates, biodegrades. And so a lot of times, if you pick up a boom box from even the 90s, even late 90s, early 2000s, from say a Goodwill or at like a thrift store, a lot of times even if it originally played when that person tested it, a lot of times by the time you get it home and you play, jostle around, get it hooked up, get it where you want it in your house, it won't play because it basically used up the last of its belt and it's just snapped. And you don't hear it snap, and you don't know it unless you take it apart. And most people just throw it away, but it's really easy. You can just take a couple of just regular brown rubber bands like you get at the store, not even rubber belts, and you can replace them with that, and they will be good for as long as you're ever going to use it, probably. So honestly, in this day and age, but yeah, I keep a lot. There's above on my actual weigh and shipping station, which is where this camera is located, is sitting on right now. I've got a big boom box up there that I use. So I've got a lot of cool tapes. Got Warlock and Doro metal bands from the 80s, and Madonna, Like a Prayer, it's a classic, and Creedence Clearwater Revival, Eric Clapton, ZZ Top. So yeah, just some of those cool kind of iconic 80s tapes to go with it. It's kind of cool. Sets the vintage mood, that's for sure. But yeah, well, it's just a passion of mine. I like dealing in this stuff. It's not what makes the big bucks, but actually, you'd be surprised. So every once in a while, you'll get a VHS tape, and it's insane what it'll go for, 50, 100 bucks. It happens. So, and if you're wondering, because you read an article on the old interwebs, no, there aren't special Disney tapes with the black diamond logo on the side that are worth $3,000, and check your stuff from your childhood because these Disney tapes are going for so much. They're 50 cents no matter what. Now, if they're still sealed, never been opened, you might have like a $25 or $50 tape on your hand, which is really cool. So I was actually in the Goodwill the other day hunting, and I came across a copy of the old Robin Hood from Disney, where he's a fox, and it was still sealed. But by the time I was done looking at it, I realized that the wrap on the bottom had actually ripped and was starting to come undone. I probably should have still got it, because I think there's a lot of people out there that probably would have paid for that, since it was just the plastic ripping. It still had not been fully opened, but I ended up putting it back, even though I think it was only like 44 cents. But I really should have went ahead and got it. It's kind of my thing, right? It's my niche. Yeah. Anyways, so one thing I do with the VHS tapes, so there's 3 of them in this instance, wrap them in some brown packaging paper. Nothing that's really going to add to the weight of the package, not in a discernible way. And then you want one full revolution of bubble wrap. And this, I don't think, is going to quite make it. No. Use that for something else. So I need 2 pieces of bubble wrap. And just because I'm shooting this video, that actually tore cleanly on the perforation. It will never do that any other time. So, yeah. But, so just kind of jam it in there, that's fine. The bubbles will definitely do their job, protect it. So, like I said, I don't really want to add anything that really adds too much weight to it, because the post office basically is going to charge by the pound with their shipping. In this case, we're doing medium mail since it's VHS tapes. They're going to charge by the pound, and so if this is, see, a tape is usually half a pound. So in my head, I weigh it all out, but in my head, I just keep in mind tape's half a pound. 3 tapes, 1.5 pounds. Half pound for the box plus the packaging, so this should be 2 pounds or less. if this goes even 1 ounce over the 2 pound mark, I have to pay at the 3 pound shipping rate. So let's find out. Oh yeah, still about 1.5 pounds, so I really overestimated, which is fine, which is good. So no additional shipping is gonna have to be paid for that. So it's the thing about a small eBay cave. Anytime you bump into anything, it all stacks of stuff fall over. But yeah, so VHS, it's a hobby and a passion, and it's a little tripod mount, and I'm not exactly used to it yet, so that's why I keep covering it with my hand by accident. Yeah, no, I appreciate you tuning in. I'm definitely gonna be doing more like retro things. You know, I'm just kind of feeling around with this video, so that's why it kind of maybe was a bit awkward, but I appreciate you checking it out. I am the VHS man. And also, don't forget to like and subscribe to the my YouTube channel. Hit the little thumbs up button